Good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 15, Tuesday Night Rotor Talk Live. How is everybody doing? Give me a minute. Let me get some things set up. Hope everybody's had a great Tuesday today. It's been a rainy Tuesday here in Florida, so what else is new? That seems to be the more the norm than anything else right now, so that's kind of where we're at. Hang on a second here. I've had a great day today. It has been absolutely fantastic. And Val's feeling better. She had a pretty bad head cold and finally has turned the corner with that. So that is absolutely great. Rick Halber, welcome. Starkop, Thomas, Chasm, Jonaholic, Steve Carpenter, welcome. Cardasso Media, Switchback Events, watching from Australia. Thank you so much. Let me get this chat popped up here. All right. I think we're ready to go here. We've got a pretty good lineup tonight starting out here. And I didn't want to hold everybody in suspense. I know I said it's going to be an epic event tonight and wanted to go over that first. David Marcus, welcome. Yeah, we're gonna talk drones here in a minute. I'm going to talk something non-related drone. Droneaholic, welcome tonight. Floyd, welcome. Thanks everybody for showing up. Lon, welcome tonight. Last night had an almost life-changing event, and in this, being in all seriousness, 120 Down Under, welcome. Peter, welcome. Does anybody know what this is? I'm gonna probably put it up to the camera here a little bit so you can see it. Anybody know what that is? I'll take some guesses here from you guys. I'll hold it up here for another minute. Michael Eskoff, welcome. Anybody know what this is? Come on, I want to see some chicken bone. Thomas, you are 100% correct. This chicken bone, last night, my wife and I were eating chicken soup that I made for her. And good guesses, guys. And what I did was when I made the chicken soup for her, she asked me to get out all the big bones so she could cook the bones down and get some bone broth for her. She likes that. She also wanted to give some to our dog. So I said, absolutely fine. Well, in the process of doing that, I cut up the meat and I put it back in the chicken soup. Well, I was cutting very large chunks of meat. And in this large chunk of meat was this. And I didn't cut the piece fine enough like I usually do. This got lodged in my throat last night. And I stood up at the table very calmly. I told Valerie, I said, please call 911. She did. And I started coughing. She asked me if I could breathe. Well, obviously I could. I was able to talk, which I'm not laughing about it or making fun of it. And what I did was I stood up with my head tilted down so as not to try to swallow this. And I started to cough. And I coughed like crazy with my head tilted down. And as soon as 911 answered, this came out. So I just wanted to kind of share that story to you guys. I'm very thankful and very thankful to my good Lord for watching over me for that. I definitely had some guardian angels last night. Thank you, Rick. Let me tell you, that was a very scary experience. And I'm still, yeah, that's a new prop, Bill. Yeah, you got that right. That's definitely a new prop. It's going to be one of these things, you know what? And I am going to hang on to it. And as a reminder of how precious life is, how fragile it is, and how, somebody's watching out for you over there. And, I know who's watching out for me, and I'm very thankful. So just wanted to give everybody a heads up with this. Okay, we're going to get into it, and I got some great news to start off with here. How many of you guys remember? And Bill Thomas, welcome. Thank you for showing up tonight. Appreciate that. Chicken Bone Guardian Angels, Stroop. Yeah, that's about it. Wow, Eric, welcome tonight. No, as Angel should have pulled the bone out of you. Yeah, bull. Yeah, I agree, Lon. How many of you guys remember? I did a video asking for some help regarding handicap subscriber that I have. Do you guys remember that? It's even worse when you're alone. Yeah, Rick, I wasn't, and I'm very happy about that. I was. I know how to do the Heimlich by myself. So yeah, the drone gods are looking out for me. You got that right. So, do you guys remember the whole deal with that? Bill Taylor, welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. Well, I got some great news. I got a reply back from Zilla Wheel. He's a subscriber of mine, and he actually is handicapped. And he sent me a very detailed email that I was able to forward on to my other subscriber about how he's able to use, of all things, a mouse. I believe he said the Litchi app and an OTG cable, and I think he's using it on a Spark. He said the range is limited, but he's able to fly, and he uses the Litchi app because of the waypoints, and it opens up a whole new world for him. And I could not have been more thrilled, guys. I'm telling you. Yeah, Michelle, thank you for that. Yeah, I could not be more thrilled. And the other thing I found out, and you guys probably saw this, I don't know if Unique actually makes they call it a wand, and it looks like a remote control, but it will work on the Typhoon H Plus. I do know that. And I actually reached out. Jeremiah, welcome tonight. How are you? I actually reached out to Unique. I haven't heard back from them, but I'm kind of hopeful for that. So I emailed my subscriber today. I haven't heard back from him on that, but I'm excited that Rick. I cannot be more excited about that because, I'm really trying to, I want to get a solution for him. Absolutely, absolutely, positively, and it looks like we're going there. I'm waiting to hear back from him. I know DJI reached out to me as I shared in the video, and unfortunately, the only thing they could suggest is the lanyard. And, while it's okay, but as I demonstrated in the video, one-handed with that, that's, my hat's off to both my subscribers there, the one that actually does fly and the one that's wanting to be able to do that. So that just absolutely, I am just so tickled. That has absolutely positively made my week. I'll tell you that. Just absolutely fantastic. So, one of the other things I wanted to talk about as far as housekeeping is concerned, can you post the finding? Yeah, I can, Rick. Rick, I have your email. I could forward you that email if you like. And what I might do is you know what I'm going to do, Rick? That's a good point. I'm going to do a follow-up video to that. With this, and I do have 49 watching. We get the like count higher. Absolutely, drone therapy. Thank you. So I'm going to do a follow-up video, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this solution that Zilla Wheels put in there, so everybody could be able to see that. Al, welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. So I'm gonna put Zilla Wheels on solution on there. Just absolutely, I can, like I said, I am just so tickled with this. Just a small item here, but and I know Bill Thomas here. He's worked on T-shirts for Coast to Coast Drones. Well, I'm getting real close to a solution for a T-shirt for Bill the Drone Reviewer, because I want to make them affordable for you guys. I'm not really worried about I don't want to make a killing for the channel on it. I'm just trying to, I want to get some of this Bill the Drone Reviewer swag in your hands. I'm also looking at things like coffee mugs. They're a little more expensive, and I'm trying to look at that, and I want to try to cut costs down for you guys. So that's why it's been taking me some time. But yeah, got a beat on that, and I think the T-shirts are looking good. I think what we're looking is with the logo with like a heather gray. That seems to look the best. I've tried it on other colors and other T-shirts because it's mostly blue and orange, And if you know anything but living down in Florida, that's the Gators colors down here. I don't know why I chose them. I personally like, they're two of my favorite colors. So bow ties, Eric, yeah, I like that idea. My son would probably like that too. How about hats? You know, that's another thing, Steve. I've actually looked into hats too, and they seem to be pretty reasonable. I know Rick Smith was very generous, and he sent me some goodies from Drone Valley, and I have a Drone Valley hat and mug that, you know, once I get a setup behind me, that's part of the things I'm going to display. So, and Rick, if you're watching tonight, thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate that. And Rick Halber, I got some goodies coming out to you. Mailed them the other day. You should be getting them shortly. Just let me know. So, Rick's buying for everybody. Yeah, that would be fantastic here. Also, just a reminder, you know, and I know I occasionally post this in my pinned comments, but just a reminder that there's no, I want to make sure that there's no bullying, combative commenting, berating, belittling, making fun of, insulting, ganging up on a subscriber or viewer, and that counts for both a live stream and a video. Moderators are instructed to deal with that, and they know. I don't have to tell them that. That's why the moderators here are absolutely fantastic, and I really, really, really appreciate them. But just want to let you guys know that that's what that's for. Just wanted to go over that real quick. And again, you know, that's for both live stream is on the chat and also videos. Just, you know, unfortunately, I have to delete some comments sometimes. I don't like doing that, but some, they're out of line and don't meet the criteria. So enough on that. How many of you guys watched the live stream the other night about the Mavic 2 with the leaked website photo? I kind of had to do that. Mitchell, welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. How many of you guys watched that video? That I went to a live stream that night and did that because I just thought, CJ, welcome tonight. You guys watched that? Yeah, that was, you know, first thing, you know, I went to a live stream because I didn't want to take the time because I thought it was such great news that, and I wanted to get it out there fast. So good, Mitchell. Thank you. Harry, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. Appreciate that. Good, Thomas. Good. Well, right now that has eclipsed 3,000 views, and it was a 20-minute video. Now, you know, I'm going to revert to a little YouTube talk, if you will. That's fantastic for a YouTube live stream video because, you know, it's 20 minutes and engagement on that is off the charts. And, you know, live stream is an absolutely fantastic form of being able to communicate with everybody. And the best thing I like, and Chasm, welcome. I'm on holiday 23rd of August and just sold my Mavic Pro. Do you think Mavic 2? Chasm, I kind of doubt that, to be honest with you. They may have the event by then, but I don't think it'll be ready by then, to be honest with you. Just wanted to answer that question real quick. But, you know, the live streaming platform is absolutely fantastic. You know, the results that I had from the other night speak for themselves. You know, getting over 3,000, and I'm getting more views onto that daily. So thank you guys. JB Drones, yeah, I just saw you. Thank you for joining tonight. Yeah, it may be released, but I doubt the Mavic Pro 2 will be in people's hands. We're going to get to the Mavic Pro 2 here in a second and talk about that. That's going to be the main topic of conversation for tonight. But the other thing, the Mavic 2 breaking news in the Argos catalog, that just topped 10,000 views, and it's very close to 11,000 views right now. That one's going off the charts. I think I probably set a record with comments. It's probably over 150, I think, right now, last that I looked. And that's another thing. I want to let you guys know this about comments as well. I like to try to answer every single one of them. You guys have seen that. And I think that's something I started since day one. And I think that's a way of being able to reach out with you. I want to make sure that I do things differently in this channel, and I wanted to start it out that way. And that's how I started it out. I answered every single comment, and I'm still doing that to this day. Even with 150 comments out there, that's at least 75, and I'm answering them. And I want to do that to make sure you guys feel valued on this channel, that I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys, seriously. I just want to take time to thank you guys for all your support, for your encouragement, for your emails, for your messages, everything. Absolutely, positively want to thank you guys for that. It just, you guys absolutely rock my world for that. Without any doubt. Just want to let you guys know that. Also, I got some, I did a state of the channel video for July 2018, and basically it was a recap of my first year with on Bill the Drone Reviewer. I'm sure you guys, a lot of you saw that. If you get a chance, if you haven't seen it, please do. I want to make sure that everybody knew what kind of content's out here. Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Bill Thomas. You are 2 thumbs up in my book, my friend. Absolutely, positively. 2 thumbs way up. Yes, Mitchell, thank you very much for that. No, that I wanted to be able to put out a video that goes over, that kind of talked about what kind of content is out on Bill the Drone Reviewer. I've done some videos, like, for example, drone parachute recovery systems. I've done it on drone insurance. I did one on the FAA UAS symposium. Some topics that people, they aren't the sexy topics. They're not going to get, I'm not going to be breaking through with 5,000, 10,000 views, but they're topics of interest. And I thought that they really were interesting. Especially one of the things that always fascinated me was when I first saw them was the drone parachute recovery systems. But not to belabor this point, but I just want to make sure that you guys knew exactly what I had out there, in the variety of things. And, it's, as we're growing, I'm growing too. It's not all about flight videos. It's not all about reviews. It's about, it's everything. It's taking everything into account. Mike Brooks, welcome. Thank you for joining. I don't know if I had seen you or not earlier. Thank you for coming on board tonight. Really appreciate that. So now we're going to get into what we want to talk about tonight. Finally, thank God, Bill. Been taking forever here. Okay. I've been taking at least 15, 20 minutes on this, but okay, the Mavic 2. And one of the things I wanted to talk about, I'm sure you probably saw Drone Valley's video. I'm sure you probably saw Droning On's video, and others had talked about the statement from DJI. Mike, thank you. You're welcome. I'm going to go ahead and put something. I'm going to put a quote up on the screen here. So bear with me here for just a second. And this is from an article on CNET. So hang on here for just a sec. Let's get this going here. Okay. And this is a reply from DJI regarding the catalog, the Argos catalog. And it's, quote, "This pre-printed catalog was scheduled before we postponed our See the Bigger Picture event to ensure we can deliver high quality, cutting edge technology to our customers according to our standard of innovation. This early look just hints at the many exciting features and capabilities DJI will announce at the proper time. We look forward to giving our fans an incredible drone experience as soon as we can," end quote. Now, this article, as you can see, this was from CNET. It was from yesterday. And this, I'm sure Drone DJ actually probably put this out there as well. So I just wanted to make mention of that article. And because I thought it was important that I read that. I know a lot of people have been talking about that. So one of the things that I know I've seen a lot of people talking about right now, what happened to the DJI Mavic Enterprise, Brent? We saw, and this is one of the things I wanted to bring up, was the namings and the names that we saw. Now, we saw the names DJI Mavic 2. We've seen DJI Mavic 2 Pro. We've seen DJI Mavic 2 Dolly Zoom. We've seen DJI Mavic Enterprise. At this point, I would go with the names we probably have seen on these confirmed pictures that have been leaked. Yeah, Bill, you're right. I wonder if the Enterprise will be the interchangeable bird. I think it will. And I think that is going to be for commercial use only. I don't believe that we as consumers will be able to buy that. I think that's going to be for maybe law enforcement, fire and rescue, that type of thing. I don't think we as a consumer can be able to go out there and purchase that. Thermal imaging for search and rescue, that type of thing. That probably is what the Enterprise Edition is. However, seeing that picture the other night was fantastic because it was actually, I do too, Mitchell. I'd love to see how that compares up. One of the things I'm really dying for, Mitchell, and you brought up a good point here, is I'm dying to see what the Mavic 2 Pro or the Mavic Pro 2 or whatever you want to call it compares against the Mavic Pro currently in size. I'm real interested in that. And I think one of the things that I noted here, and Ken, we'll be talking about price. That's one of the other things I want to talk about here in a minute. One of the things, if you noticed, with the gimbal was much higher up off the ground than the regular Mavic Pro. And you can take a look from that photo that we saw from the website leak that we had the other day. That's one of the things I really liked. You also saw the side sensors on there, which were very interesting. And you got to see the bottom sensors as well. You couldn't really see on top, but I'm thinking, one of the things people are talking about how big it is, and see if you guys follow me here for a second. I'm thinking it's not going to be, it's not so much the width. I think it's higher. I think the fuselage itself, and here's my hands, I'm sorry. I think the fuselage probably went from something like that to something like that. I think it's taller, but I think it's probably about the same width as far as that's concerned. And it looks like the folding arms will be the same on there. So people should not blame Argos for the catalog. Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Peter. That's something, Argos can't, if you know anything about catalog production, and here in the United States, we really don't have a whole lot of catalogs anymore around here. I know for one of my hobbies, ham radio, I get catalogs occasionally, but it's the exception rather than the rule anymore. Everything's on the internet, and a printing catalog, it takes weeks in advance to be able to get all that done and to get that out. And obviously, there's no time, absolutely zero time to say, DJI says, time out, we can't do this, we're not doing it. You can't do that. You can't stop the printing of this. So and I really think those images that we saw there are early images. I don't think those are final images in what we saw from the catalog leak from the other day. What we saw from the website leak, I do believe that those are actual ones. Brent, how fast do ND filters for the drones come out after they're released? Because that's my main concern. That's a good question too. I'm thinking with something like that. Now they're talking if it's, if you saw the one, it had a square, the camera was square, and that's probably going to be proprietary. And if it is proprietary, like the rumors have, what that means is that's going to be all on DJI, and you're going to be, pinned to DJI. And that's a great question, Brent. I'm thinking it's going to be very shortly after that. I don't think it's going to be very long. I think these manufacturers are work in conjunction with DJI, and I don't think at this juncture I think the lens sizes are known to be able to produce filters. I don't think that's changed at all. So I think that's going to be something that's going to be very easy to get out there, and you'll see Freewell and other ones get them out there quickly. And I enjoyed doing the review I did on lenses. That's the first time I did them, and I was very impressed. And for that set of lenses, normally runs about $90, and it's down. It was down to like 50 now because of the Mavic Pro. So yeah, so that's where we're going. One of the other things I wanted to talk about tonight was price. Now, you know, a lot of people are speculating, and this is one of the things I want to say this. It's going to be under the Phantom 4 Pro. It will not exceed the price of that. You know, I'm thinking, you know, for the dolly, if you want to call it the dolly zoom version, I think we're probably going to be looking at a little over $1,000, maybe $1,095, just maybe $100 increase over that. And I'm thinking for the Mavic 2 Pro or the Mavic Pro 2 or whatever you want to call that, I'm thinking we're looking at maybe $1,199. Now that's without Fly More combos. If you want to add Fly More combos, I'm thinking that's going to be an additional $200 on top of that. So I think it'll top out at about $1,399 myself, because you know you're getting close to the price range of the Phantom 4 Pro. You don't want to do that. DumbTube, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, Chew Dog, $1,800. No, I don't think so. I think that's that may be the Phantom 5, but that will not be the Mavic 2 and Mavic 2 Pro, and definitely Air Rogers, that compact 1-inch sensor camera. I don't think they can fit a mechanical shutter on it. You may be right, Air Rogers. I don't know that. That's, you know, there's a lot of unknowns that we have right now as far as that. I mean, we did see some interesting specs from the catalog, and I believe those specs are probably accurate. The pictures probably a little on the old side. So yeah, you know, I can't say anything about the specs, but the pricing, I think the pricing is going to fall somewhere in that range, but I think that it's going to top out at about $1,399, $999 and $1,299. Yeah, I think so, Ken. I really do. I mean, you know, that really kind of, Rick Smith said 2,000 for the 1-inch. Whoa, wow. I like Rick. Rick's a great friend of the channel, but I don't think so. I don't think they're going over the Phantom 4 Pro, guys. I really don't. I don't think it's going to top out at more than $1,399, $1,499 max tops. I really don't see that going anywhere. Babar, thank you. Any thoughts on removable gimbal possibility? I don't know, because you know, we saw those earlier pictures, and then we saw the current ones. So I don't know. You know, I don't know. They didn't have anything there in the Argos catalog with that. But again, you know, that was set up weeks in advance to print. Without that, so I can't answer that question. Hasselblad camera, $19.99. Wow, guys, you're killing me here with this price, because if it is that kind of price, I got to take out a second mortgage. No, I'm just kidding. But wow, I don't think I think the price you guys are talking about, that's Phantom 5 territory. Like I said, I don't think it's topping out. $14.99 for Fly More combo. I bet that is what they will do. Eric, I agree 100%. I don't think it's going to go over that. I really don't. They don't want to take such a leap here, guys, because we're at $9.99 right now for the. I'm just going to what the base price was for the Mavic Pro. I'm not talking about the Platinum, but the Mavic Pro. You know, they're not going to go up. They're not going to double the price of this. Trust me, it's not. The economies of scale hasn't been there. You're right, Bill. Hasselblad has been to the moon. Yeah, and I've been I've been on the moon ever since I married my beautiful wife. So and I got a nice smile from my wife as she walked by here. So Bill Thomas says hi, sweetie. Valerie says hi, Bill. So yeah, Mavic 2 Enterprise 1 million. Mitchell, you know, I have no idea how much they're going to sell those for, because those, like I said, are commercial, and you know, they may be able to command some good money for that. I really do, absolutely, positively, really do. So who knows? I mean, who knows where we're going with this? You know, as far as the pricing is concerned. The one other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, I wanted to make sure UAT, yeah. With that, yeah, I like that UAT. That was a good one. That was great. One of the other things I want to talk about was release date, and I know I had one of my subscribers earlier ask about August 23rd, and I don't see that happening as far as being actually physically out and be able to get in your hands. You should have said she was walking up behind you. You couldn't see her in the monitor. Eric, I got to tell you this, and just a quick side note. My wife is the most stealth person on the face of this earth. They should have, this government should clone her. I'm telling you. She can walk up behind me, and I swear to God, I told her, I said, I hope you have good health, good insurance on me, because you're going to give me a heart attack one of these days walking up behind me like that. Base Hasselblad body over 6K. Bill Thomas, you're right. Those are not cheap cameras. I can definitely tell you that. As far as another event date coming out, I'm thinking we're going to hear something this week. I really do. I really think, DJI's hand got forced over this weekend with not only the catalog being out, but also the leaked pictures from the website. Brent, yeah, I think so. I think we're going to find out this week. And my guess, and I don't know if it was, I think I talked to, hey, Kestelou, I think he said about 3 weeks out. And I think that's where we would hit. So we would hit probably about third week of August, which makes sense, because that'll give people like myself and my wife time to make travel plans again, time to rebook everything. And one of the things I can tell you can almost take this to the bank and deposit it. It's going to be held. They're not going to do this and then oops again. And the other thing is, and we had talked about, as far as this release date is concerned, I think this is it's going to come out, because the original Mavic Pro came out in September 2016, and we all know all the pain points about the shipping of the Mavic Pro. And whatever the reason is, we may never find out. I did a video. A lot of other people have done videos on being a production issue. Okay, that's all we may be told. And but one thing I can tell you is, when you have that new Mavic Pro 2 in the palm of your hand here, okay, and I'm trying to bring it up. When you have that Mavic 2 in the palm of your hand here, you're not going to remember what the reason for the delay. Okay, you're gonna say, like, I have the state-of-the-art drone. And one thing Rick Smith was right on is that this is going to be a game changer. It really is. Yeah, Ken, you're right. There's going to be a lot of used Mavic Pros for sale. And I know one of my videos, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I stated this, if you're planning on selling your Mavic Pro right now in order to get the Mavic 2, the Mavic Pro 2, wait until they announce the release date. Wait until they announce the event date. Do I think Mavic Pro will get USB-C? Mitchell, I think it will. That's the standard right now. I mean, my gosh, it's on my Galaxy Note 8. I mean, it's a fantastic phone, and well, you can't see the port there, but yeah, it's on that. It's on my wife has a Galaxy Note 8 too. So I mean, that's the standard, and I would see that. No, my Mavic Pro is not for sale. Steve Carpenter, yeah, I believe that, absolutely. For me, my economy, I'd love to keep both, but finances will dictate that I have to sell it right now. So I'm waiting, and personally, this is me. I'm waiting until there is a confirmed date, and when there's a confirmed date, I'm going to get mine listed here. Thomas, you're right. I think the new Mavic were always going to be out in September and October, but they announced the 18th to make people wait for the new Mavic instead of buying the Evo or Parrot first. You could be right, Thomas. You really could. Like I said, we may never find out the actual reason for this. I don't know. Yeah, micro USB is sold. I agree. Harry, yeah, it would be nice if they had a trade-in program. Now, I actually talked to one of my, to Florida Drone Supply. If you guys have seen, I'm sure you guys know my affiliation with them, and Janelle. They're fantastic people. They actually take trade-ins on like Inspires and Matrices, but anything under they don't. So, yeah, Thomas, yeah, you're right. That's a good, sold my Mavic Pro and realized the event was postponed. Dumped. I'm sorry, Dumb. That just that really sucks, because I know, you know what, you're definitely not the only person that did that. That's for sure. What can I say? Absolutely, what can I say? So, That's about all I have tonight. Want to open it up to you guys if you have any questions, on anything regarding the Mavic 2, Mavic Pro 2, Mavic Enterprise, anything about the channel. Hit me at it. I'm all ears. Oh, just to let you guys know while you're trying to get some questions. Samuel, welcome. There is a Sunday afternoon Rotor Talk Live this week. It is the week for that. It's going to be Sunday at 2 p.m. For my subscribers, all my subscribers, but focus on my good friends in the UK and Europe and Australia. With this tariff of 300, you think you guys are talking about? That's a good question about the tariff. I don't know about that. I'm not familiar enough with what's going on regarding the tariffs from China to speak on that. And I think all I know is I think the sooner they come, the better as far as tariffs are concerned. Chew Dog, yeah, I do get my coupons. I'm one of the DJI Select customers, so I've gotten coupons. I haven't used any of them. I mean, I don't really need anything right now. So that's where I'm at. Anger from the press and reviewers would be massive, not worth it. Yeah, you're right, Lon. I agree. Yeah, it's not going to affect the small goods. And I don't know, I think this may be considered small goods, really, to be honest with you, depending upon the price point. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I love the Spark, but I want to upgrade. Do you think there would be a Spark 2? Brent, that's a great question. And I know if we're ever going to see a Spark 2, a lot of people call the Mavic Air the Spark 2, which it may be. That may very well be the Spark 2. But if we would see something like that, and this is just off the complete top of my head, that would definitely be next year. That would be in the pipelines for next year, because the only other thing I see coming out this year is a Phantom 5. And again, and I've talked about that. That would be probably November, December timeframe, right in time for the holidays. Perfect timing as far as that's concerned, and perfect timing because I get a bonus at that time, so I could be able to buy one. Yes, so I'm really kind of hoping for that. But yeah, as far as the Spark 2, I'm thinking we're probably going to see that next year if there is one, or we may see a Mavic Air 2 next year. Amazon gift cards for almost a year. This wait is excruciating, Steve. Yeah, I hear you. Steve, friend that builds yachts is expecting a 10% tariff on their boats coming to the U.S. That's probably correct. You're probably right. It's probably on larger goods. I don't think it's going to be on smaller goods here. Bill, do you recall the leaked image with the Osmo style handle, the rectangular Hasselblad 1-inch Pro camera attached? Seemed to be, yeah, Babar. Yeah, I do remember that. And again, I don't know if that was just a teaser for us, if that was just a one-off they made for somebody, or if that's going to be something that's going to be offered to the consumers. That I don't know. That's an unknown because we haven't seen any additional photos of that. That was in the very first photo that we saw, with the girl with the nails. I forget her name. That's a big hit on Twitter and YouTube. I'm not sorry, I don't follow her, so I don't know who that is. But yeah, Bill, on YouTube, people have flown the Mavic Pro above 500 meters, but on the DJI Go app, it'll let you go up to 500 meters. DumbTube, people have cracked the code to do something like that. That's the only way you can do that. Or yeah, that's not, and that's a big no-no. That's something you don't even want to come close to thinking about. And to be honest, I think the photo was the P5. Steve, you could be right. But DumbTube, to be honest, I don't need to go up any more than 100, 150 feet. I mean, people that have, want to go up higher than that, 400 feet here, in U.S. and Imperial system, that's good enough. I mean, at 150, when you start getting past 150 and you're doing it for aerial photography and videography, things get really small. And I like things to be at a medium kind of height. And when you've seen me do my videos out over the lake, they're usually anywhere from 100 to 150 feet above. I think that provides a real good camera angle, the view, everything here. So the Phantom 5 Pro is real, Thomas. Yes. Not many mountains in Florida. You're right, Shoe Dog. I had to deal with mountains up in Ohio and Pennsylvania. No more mountains. Yay. Just rain all the time. And I mean rain all the time. Our rainy season's not till September, but I don't think Mother Nature has gotten a hint yet. It's not September yet. It's not even August. Well, tomorrow's August, so agree, Bill. No need to go that high. It really isn't, Benito. There's no real need to get up there, really, at all. Well, I'm going to kind of wrap things up here. Just want to thank everybody. Thank you guys so much for your great comments on your videos. Oh, JB, where do you live in Ohio? Where do you live in Ohio? I got to find out here. Where did I live in Ohio? I lived in beautiful Columbus, Ohio, JB. Where do you live? Babar, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Waiting for JB to answer me here. I'm interested to find out where I was in Columbus for 30 years, JB. Thank you. Chattanooga. Oh, 90 miles. Oh, Galleon, absolutely, JB. Yes, my daughter and son-in-law live near Galleon. Very, very, very close. Very close. You could probably wave at him, I think. Floyd, you live in Medina. All right. Well, I've got Buckeyes on tonight with me. That's one of the things down here in Florida. It's like saying the word Ohio State Buckeyes is like a 4-letter word down here, and I love it because I have my Buckeyes national championship T-shirt. I wear to stir up the pot here occasionally. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. I want to thank the moderators, Steve Carpenter, Bill Thomas, Rick Halber, I'm probably missing a couple of other ones. But thank you guys so much for the job you guys do on these broadcasts, time in and time out. Rick, thank you so much. Let me know when you get that care package. You should be getting it any day now. Mitchell, thank you guys so much. As always, if you have any questions after the show, please leave them in the comments section. And here's my question. I got a question of the day before we sign off. Okay, guys, and make sure you answer it in the comments section after the video post. When do you think the new event will be? Roughly a date. The new See the Bigger Picture event. Leave that in the comments section, and I would love to see that from you guys. Thank you so much, Bill Thomas. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Everybody, have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your week. See you guys here Sunday, 2 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget. I love doing that Sunday afternoon show. You guys are awesome. You absolutely, each and every one of you rock my world. Thanks so much. I will check you guys out later. And happy flying.